Alright, we're live again. Again, sporadic streaming, anxiety sucks, bloody bloody blah. Let's get right to it, shall we? Let's turn this off. See, I got my Maya scene all set up. So today we're going to do some simple stuff. Going to make these windows, going to make these doors, and hopefully that'll be good. Right. So what I'm going to do with this, we'll do some interesting things. Now, first I'm going to get this back up, and now I'm going to make cube. Going to move it over to the door, make it bigger. My plan for this is that instead of doing what I did last time where I made the door out of air models, and what I did last time, which was actually forget to place on a door frame, I'm going to go create a door frame, make it a bit smaller and thinner. Basically my plan is, instead of making the door models, we're going to make the door out of textures. That should help reduce the amount of tries we're using, which will be important. So what we're going to do is select face, make it scroll it all the way down, make it go up a little bit, and delete it. So going to delete this face, make this go up, make this face, make it go above the door, like so. And we're going to make we're going to go, oops, absolutely messing this up, there we go, insert edge tool, insert edge there, get my face tool again, here, hold down shift to extrude, make it go all the way over there. I want to make it around about the same size. Nope. Again, I'm holding down the wrong button like a fool. Here we go, like that. Face. I'm going to select, whoops. I'm going to just select this one, face. Select down here. And extrude again. Make it go all the way down here. There we go. Make sure they're around about the same size. They seem to be. Right, cool. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to select the edge. Select these like so. I'm going to make them slightly outward because it's, you know, there's a lot of door frames sort of have that slight ramp down into them, and that's what we're going to do with this. Like that, yeah. Nice. Now what we're going to do, take this face. You can see it's slightly wonky. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go multi-cut, select here, here, select here, and enter. That's going to make it much better. Move over here and do the same thing. Just make sure it is a similar way. I gotta quickly check. Yep, okay, could go like there to there, enter. Whoops. There we go, like so. I want to do that to make the face make that so those two faces are flat, rather than have that weird shape to them. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go cylinder, move it over here, make it bigger so it's easily spiable, and flip it like so. We'll make it smaller again, Swip it over so it's whatever. Now what we're going to do is select this, make it go all the way down to 6, because this will be a very small object. Actually, yeah, 8. We'll make it 8. Just to be better, make it smaller. Smaller. Go. Make it go around about the same size as this. So we want to make it go, yeah, like so. Select vertices. Make it go out like that. Select object. Center it again. Select these faces. Like that. And delete them, because it won't be seen. Delete them to save on tries. Now we're going to Control D and move that down to there. Now what we're going to do is Control D, move it up like that. Move it outwards. Make it thinner. Like so. Move it a bit. Move it a bit. Like that. Now what we're going to do, move it to the center. It's not center. We'll just select vertexes. Move it into the object like so. So they're intersecting. Intersecting, yes it is. So we're going to go into here. Select these objects. Control 1. Select. Whoops. Select these faces. Delete. Control 1. We select these 3. Control D. And move them over to here like that. There we go. Now we've got our door handles. Very nice. Like so. Now what we're going to do, select this edge. Select this. Oops. Select this, and this. This. Select edge, edge, and edge. Going to select that over there. And over this we're going to select that like, oops. Like that. And select that. Going to soften edges. That'll make them look rounder than they actually are. 3D modeling magic. There we go. Got ourselves a nice looking little door. Now what we need to do is create these windows. I actually got a plan for these windows. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to stream for about 10 minutes. Good. What I'm going to do with these windows, I'm going to create one, and then since I'm going to be duplicating it, I'm then going to do what's known as unwrapping it. Well, I'll show you that process, so when I copy it, I don't have to do it for each one. Now, again, like we did the door, we're only going to be doing, oops, we're only going to be doing the very outer of the window. The rest will be just done as a, oops, really been sloppy with my things. Will just be done by textures. Therefore, to save on all little to save on view tries count like that. Face like so. Put that out. Select this face. Move it all the way across. This face. Move it all the way across. Realize I've done something with that face. Move it inwards. Probably doesn't have to be that, extrude that further out as it did there, so we can just do like that. Now what we're going to do, we're going to multi-cut that, select our face, and extrude it upwards. Not that far upwards, downwards. Multi-cut there. Select the face, select that one. We will extrude outwards over here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to select this object, Control 1, and we're going to multi-cut. What we're going to do instead, we're going to go from here down to here, about like that. Enter. Edge, like that edge, select that edge, move it slightly over, so it's, see if we can make it this thing like that, like so. Yep. And we're going to go back to face, select this face and delete it. I'm going to select this face and extrude it downwards into that face. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to need to do a little bit. We're going to increase it. I'm going to instead select, I'm going to select these vertexes actually. Select those vertices. Select, there you go. Yep, like so. Going to move it so it fits with this. So we're going to move it so it's move it so it's spaced with that, like so. I'm going to deselect all that, and then we're going to move it over like so, like that. I'm going to do now that we're going to scroll down here. We're going to Control Object, Control 1, just center on this face to make it easier. We're going to select this one. We're going to select that and that. That done what I wanted it to. Yes, it has. Except it's done it the wrong way. Like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. Okay, so what we've done is, if this has worked, go to Vertex. If we do that, only one has been selected. So we've just made ourselves an object. Now, and I've shown you possibly the least efficient way to do it, because while doing this I've just realized there's a far better way of doing it that I forgot about. So yeah, that's very embarrassing. Okay, we'll just brush over that. I did that very inefficiently. Very silly. Okay, like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to unwrap this. So make it that. Make sure that's all seen. And I want to show you this little tool. This is the UV Unwrapper tool. We're going to Tools, Show UV toolkit. Now, usually I can do this on 2 screens to make it easier, but it's going to be a bit difficult because I need 1 screen for streaming. So we're just going to make that a lot smaller. Just move that upwards. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to unwrap this to make it flat. So what we're going to do is first, we need to, so basically we're going to select this. We're going to select all of its edges, and we're going to, first actually what we need to do is like this. Freeze its transform, delete its histories. Now we're going to select all of its edges and sew them together. This will make sense in a sec. Now we need to split it in all the right ways to make it unfold in the way we want it. So I'm going to select this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut this, 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 and this. We're going to cut it. If that's how it works, how we're done, we're going to click UV. We're going to go unfold, unfold it. What? It has non-manifold which needs to be made manifold. What? I have no idea what this means. What does it mean by non? Oh, I see. Okay. Edge. Delete that edge. Delete that edge. Oh, I see. Face. Forgot to delete a face. Like an absolute idiot. Okay, now now this should work. Fold. There we go. It's ugly as sin, but it's unfolded. And for what we're going to be doing, it's what we need it to do. So make this a bit larger. What I've done is I've turned that 3D object into a flat one, which we can use to texture with. I have no idea why it's done some of these things. Just realized might be better if this edge, if the edges were actually sewed together, it might make things a little easier. It'll make it slightly more distorted, but I think it'll work. So we'll sew those, unfold. There we go, that's much better. Gonna make that flat like that and move it there. The reason you want to UV unwrap things is that it makes the 3D object flat, and you can use this flat object to texture it. So instead of, because basically while we know what an 3D object looks like, how the computer processes it is different to how we process it. So UV unwrapping basically means we could model it in ways that we can understand. So I can move this away now and go right back to the 3D modeling. Control 1. And now we just need to copy and paste this window a bunch of times. So I'm going to Control D, move it over. I probably should do it in this view. Move it over. Control D, move it over. Move it over. Control D, move it over. This one, we're gonna Control D, move it over. Going to rotate it. Move over, move it down. Make it smaller, like so. Move it into the inside. Gonna have to do this by eye, I think. There you go, like that. Now, grab this one over here again. Control D, move it over. J. Move it over. This one we will have to eyeball it. Move it over. Make it smaller. Like that. maybe slightly smaller, like that. Control D, move it over, like so. Then we will Control D, move it over, rotate it, move it over, and in, Control it upwards a little bit, Control D, and like that. Like that, we've now got some windows, the door, at least the main ones, that the guests will see. So yes, there we have it. Going to Control Save Scene. Yes, I'm aware it's the student file. We're all aware. Like so. Making good progress. And while I think about it, I'm gonna do this. Get this. Move it like so, and get this, and do it like so. Delete that. Delete that. Not sure what's going on. I want to delete those. Delete those. Okay. Not delete them, unselect them, that's what I meant to say. We can like that. Don't know why I keep selecting that one, I don't want it to. Okay, now if we soften edges, should be a lot smoother. Okay. Oops. Like these. Like these, and we're going to soften them as well. And we now have, looks a lot smoother. Think about it. Deselect all these edges. Actually, just deselect the whole thing. Harden those edges. There you go. That looks better. There, like so. Ah, nice, 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 nice. Alright, now, what's next? Ooh, I have an idea. Like this. Control D. You will move this over here. Move it over. And move it up. So we're going to move it slightly over. Basically, I've decided reinvent the wheel. I'm going to do select edge. Actually select vertice. Select the inner vertices. Move them in like that. Oops. Like so. Vertices. Like that. I think I like it like that though, so like those. Move it up. Those, move it down. There you go. And need to select those into vertices so we can make them straight again. I just select those vertices. Make them straight like that. Select. You can select these vertices. Move them back in like that. There we go. A surface window. Delete all that, move it in, move it over to this, and we will take UV and unfold it because it's now a different shape. Move it over there. You'll see why I've done that soon. Oh, maybe not today's stream, but when I'm doing UV unwrapping later, I'll want it there. Control D, move it over. Control D, move it over, like so. Then we can Control D, move it over, E, hold down J and rotate it. We can move back in like so, and move it across like that. Control D, move it across like that. Control D, move it across like that. Control D and move it across like that. There we go. Service windows. Hooray! Okay. Looking good. So what we're going to do now, just for a quick thing, delete all the transforms of every object just to be safe. Save the scene. And now, just for the hell of it, let's go to this. Turn this off completely. See what our restaurant looks like. Hey, hey, hey. Looking like a restaurant. Sorta. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Visible again. Now. How long are we going for? Nearly 30 minutes. Alright, alright. What am I going to do next on this model? Oh, I know. This skirting around the skirting that we did. We can do that. Yeah, let's do that. Get object. A nice classic cube. Move it over. Ah, crap. Make it bigger. Move it up. Move it over. Yep. Okay, cool. Move it over so it's intersecting with that. It's slightly backwards, like this face. Move it over. My new favorite catchphrase apparently is just the word move it over. Back so it can be square on. Like this face. Move it back so it's intersecting with that like so. There we go. What we're going to do, what we're going to do now is select this and multi-cut it so it's a nice square like so. Face. We will move it over so it's just before the door frame. Like so. Nice. Do is go in here. This, and this. And move it over so I can see it. This. And this, and click delete. There we go. Some skirting. Move that. Center as pivot point. Move that so we can get a better view. Now we're going to select this edge, this edge, and we're going to bevel them. We'll test it out. We'll go bevel and see. That does create an end gun. Well, make that about type number 2 so it fits that. Yeah. I see, okay. Delete that. Select that, select edge, so select all the edges. Yeah, okay. And we can bevel it. And with, yeah, 0.5 seems good. So we try and go back to that. So like so. Hello, something bad's happened over there. Yeah, okay, that's not worked at all. That's in fact done something quite bad. Okay, so we want to go back, deselect this, and this, and we're just not going to bevel this. I can't work it out. It could be nice straight edge. Who cares? Control D, move it on upwards. Like so. Yeah, that'll just be straight edge. It's nice anyway. Okay, now we're going to create a new cube. Make it the same size as this one. Like so. Like that. Okay, there we go. Move it on over here. Upwards. It's the same size as that one, yeah. No, it is not. It is slightly too big, so we'll make it smaller. Like so. There we go. Move it over and over. On over here. Move it on back. Move it over. Make it bigger. Bigger. Move it on until it's like so. Yep, like that. What we're gonna do, move it over there. Move it so it's just out, sticking out like that. Like so. Move it on over. Make it bigger. Make it so it's squared. like that. Okay, there we go. Select this face. Move it on over like about there-ish. Yep. Yeah, like so. Okay, good, good, good. Control 1. Actually, I think this one needs all of its sides. We're just going to Control D. Move it up. Over. To like so. There we go. Yeah, it needs all its sides. Okay. Do a select both of these. Control D. Move it over. Make it smaller. Move it over into here. Move it in like so. Move those in like that. Move it in like that. Actually, no, we don't want to do it like that. Move it over like so. Actually, come to think of it, it's like this. Move it on about like that. This and this. So move it back around about a slightly similar amount. Like that. Yeah, sort of like that. I realize we're going to need to make a door frame for this door. Oh, thinking about it, let's do that now. By doing that. Across. Actually, we're going to be copying this. Might as well UV unwrap it now. Go like that, like that, like that, so we can easily see it. Get my UV unwrapping tool over here. Make that smaller so we can see both the object and this. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is what we did last time. Edge. Well. Good thing I checked. Forgot to delete those. And that as well. Yep, we'll delete those. Okay, cool. Edge. Still selected, so select all of that. We will first need to delete transform screen's history. Okay, now edge. So edge, select that. And select that. Cut. Select all of it and unfold. Alright, gonna need to okay. Let's try doing a couple more cuts. See if what unfolding does. Now UV, unfold. Okay, that's made it worse. Just sorta. Oh, I see what the problem right. They're not at the same level anymore. Let's try this. Let's try cutting those and seeing what it does then. UV, unfold. Okay. This is, you know what, this is good enough. What we're going to be doing with it, this is fine. Move it over there. And move that over here. So, anything. Oh, thank you, Salad Child. Yes, I think I've done reasonably well. Of course, anxiety has meant I haven't streamed that much, but what I have done, I think I'm doing alright. Okay, so now we Control D. Going to first actually press that one to centralize the pivot. I'm going to move it over here. rotate it completely, and we're going to make it over these double doors. The double doors would be the same size, despite the guest or personage, I believe, because I'm pretty sure doors are a universal size. So, Control D, move it over, move it and rotate it like so. Move it up like so. Make it smaller. Okay. Vertex. Select these. Make them smaller and fit over the door. Make these smaller. Oh, no, it wouldn't be smaller. Okay. Vertex. These. Select these. Make it shorter. Now we'll just... Ow! Dear! Right. Move it in like that. About the same size. I think like so. Okay, there we go. That's about the same size. Back to object mode. We slide it on into that. There we go. Got a couple of staff drawers done. What we need to do, select face and face. Select these two faces. Make it around about the same length away from that as the other side. It's about that much, I'd say. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to select these two objects, Control D, move it on over, cross and make them squared-ish. Move it that slightly inwards. Okay, nice. Ah, okay, that's not nice. When we do those, we need to select these two windows. Actually make sure they're intersecting with that. Like so. There, okay, that's better. Okay, select. I want to go face and face. Select these two. Move that over here. Alright, I see. Move it on over like that. Whoops. Move that. So it's intersecting into this. Yep, like so. Okay, cool. I'd forgotten we had done this detail on that little object there. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to Control D, this over, rotate it, move it in, move it inwards, move it across. Text, select all those. Make sure and make it downwards so it's intersecting with that, like so. There we are. Okay, now what we're going to do, mode Control 1, select the face tool, like this, delete those, yep, 1, okay, this and this, move it inwards, be like that. Okay, there we go, like so. Now, make this and this, Control 1. Select the faces, like that, and delete those. Control 1. Yeah, like so. Okay. What are we going for? 45 minutes. Hey, I'm actually doing pretty good. Got the doors, got the windows, got the... Okay. I think we're doing quite well. I think I'm actually going to call the stream here. So we'll first file, save scene, continue, and then we're going to click this. So yes, thank you all for watching. Tomorrow I definitely won't be streaming because it's my birthday. So I actually have an excuse not to be streaming. As per always, I will upload this to my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch it archived, it'll be there. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and bye bye.